Hello, everyone, to yet another information session of the RISE program. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Donia Hajim, and I am the program officer at Amedis Tunisia. I work mainly on education abroad programs, and I also manage the RISE program. The beauty of the program is that you can apply to RISE at the same time apply to the YES program, at the same time apply to the Education USA programs. So it goes in parallel with all of the other programs. And it's really, really, really interesting. This program in particular, it's the closest to my heart, to be honest, and I'll be explaining why. So what is the RISE project or program? The RISE program, in a nutshell, it is a program that is run every year since 2019, and each year it picks 100 global winners to give them a lifetime of benefits. This is kind of like in a nutshell. Now, the RISE program in itself, it is a program that finds young, promising people like you, and it gives them the opportunity for a lifetime as they are working on helping other people, on bettering their community. In 2019, this is how the story of RISE started. In 2019, Eric Schmidt, who used to be the CEO of Google for 10 years, and his wife, Wendy Schmidt, they have the organization of Schmidt Future. And together with the Rhodes Trust, which is an association that is affiliated with Oxford University, together, they came together, they brainstormed ideas, and they came up with the RISE program. So since 2019, each year, 100 global winners are selected to get this lifetime of benefits. And I will dive into those benefits later on. So what does RISE offer? What makes it special? First of all, RISE is a global community, which means any person or any individual who's ever applied to RISE, basically everyone is in the same pool. They form this huge database, and everyone in the same pool of the RISE Discord. So you get to go on that Discord channel, and then you get to discuss different things with those people. Ask them a question, answer other people's questions. So I will dig into details this point later on. Two, RISE offers benefits to everyone that applies, and this is why I love this program. Just because you were not selected to be among the 100 global winners, you are not going out of this application empty-handed. Basically, you will have a set of benefits just for you because you have applied to the program. Three, RISE looks for talent in innovative way, and this is because the form that you need to fill in order to apply to RISE, it is very interesting. First of all, the questions, you answer them with a video. So you just take a selfie video of yourself where you answer the question. It's really a really cool way to answer basically the questions and to fill in your form. Also, you will have quizzes and games in there, which is really cool. And it's not like long essays you will have to write or anything like that. So it's really different. As for this program, it is different. Another thing, for the eligibility requirements, RISE team did not want to put any hurdles in front of you. They want it to be an equal opportunity to everyone. So they're not requesting grades, or they're not requesting, you have to be studying a specific major. In fact, they're only asking that you are either 15, 16, or 17. More specifically, if you were born between July 2nd, 2006 and July 1st, 2009, you get to apply to RISE. Also, you need to understand English because the application is in English, and later on for the interview, you will need to speak English. Again, they're not asking for any certificates or any high grades in English. As long as you can articulate your thought and answer questions, you're good to go. So these are the eligibility requirements. Now, since 2019, every year, RISE is launched through this application that you need to fill in. For this year, for example, it was launched late September, and it will stay until January. Usually, that's the timeline of the program. And then after January, all the RISE selectors, they will look at the applications they got, and they will be reading it one by one. And then they will decide and select 500 of those to be the finalists. From those 500 finalists, they will have an interview, those 500 finalists, and then the RISE selectors will pick 100 to be the global winners. Here, let me share the timeline with you. So you have a visual timeline in front of you. First, July 1st, this is where registration opens. This is also where I go and have info sessions, letting people know that the application will open next, late September, early October. And then for this year, we had the application open on September 28th. And then it's the application is open for you to fill in, edit, and then until the 17th of January. The 17th of January, that's the deadline. You no longer can edit your application. After that, in June, we'll have the finalist interview. So among those 500 finalists, from July to August, this is where the RISE selectors select the 100 global winners. And next year, inshallah, in September, we will hear who are the chosen 100 winners. This is the timeline for the program. Now, earlier I mentioned that everyone who applies to RISE, they will have their own set of benefits. Let's discover them. First of all, we talked about the RISE Discord. So if you apply to RISE, you will have access to this incredible, huge RISE server, which is the RISE Discord. Now, it has everyone who's ever basically applied to RISE. And there are so many channels, and each channel, it's about something that you might be interested in, something that you might be passionate about. You just click that channel, it's a theme, and then you find people who share the same passion as you and the same talent as you, speaking about the same theme. It's really, really interesting. It's something I recommend that you check it out. So this is, first of all, for those of you who don't know the RISE, the Discord channel in general, this is the opportunity for you to get to know it. And for those of you who are kind of like a bit familiar with what a Discord channel is, you can go ahead and get a free practice using the RISE Discord. So this is one. The second thing that you will gain just by applying to RISE is that, and this is important, and it's really, really interesting, is that you will gain free access to online resources and events. This is really important, and this is very, very interesting again. Another thing is that you will experience working on a project, and this project is going to make the life of someone better. Last but not least, you will have access to opportunities from the 30 partners that RISE have all over the world. Now, Amethyst, it's one of RISE's partner. And as I mentioned earlier, we work on the MENA region, which is the Middle East and North Africa. We have other partners to work on with RISE in Latin America, in Europe, in Asia, and all of them, just like Amethyst, they offer their own set of free programs. So to an extent, you will have free access to those programs. Basically, those opportunities from different partners, they will reach you on your inbox with the email that you use to create your RISE application. So this is for everyone who's going to apply. And for those of you who will be selected to be among the 100 global winners, you have a set of some really, really, really great benefits. First of all, you will have the opportunity to get a needs-based scholarship for your university degree. And this is amazing because we are talking any university in the world. So you can choose any university that you would like to complete your university studies at, and then you'll be able to get that. The second thing you'll be able to get is that you will have, because you are moving to this university, maybe you will be needing a technology package. So we're talking, if you need a tablet or a laptop to study there, then RISE will be able to give you that. With this, comes mentors. You will have mentors. Sole purpose is just to help you and to guide you through your academic life, so you will never feel lost while studying in there. Now, earlier, remember, we mentioned that it's a lifetime of benefits. So it's not only limited to your academic life. Those mentors also work with you when it comes to your professional life another day. So, for example, they will help you with, your internships and to guide you through the career paths that you need in the future. Another thing that RISE offers, its 100 global winners, is the chance to apply for funding for any innovative idea you have, as long as your idea is serving others, is helping others, and is kind of like targeting an issue that the world is going through. Another thing is that you will have access, and this is very important, because as you are growing into adulthood, you understand that having a network of the right people is very important. And so here, RISE gives you this access to the global winners, to community members, connecting you to experts from all over the world, to the RISE partners, and also to RISE team members themselves, in case you need them in the future. Another thing is that you'll be able to attend a fully funded residential summit in one of the countries. So we had summits that were held in Cape Town, South Africa, for the second cohort, and the third cohort, they just had it this summer. They went to UK, and they had this amazing opportunity to go to Oxford, as in the city, and then Oxford University, and met people from there. So it was a really fulfilling experience. This is kind of like, it's 3 weeks. It is intensive, but at least you'll be able to meet the other 99 winners, and you will get to meet experts and connect with some really interesting profiles and people, and you will be able to learn a lot. So this is kind of like my favorite thing when it comes to the RISE benefits. Again, this is a fully funded residential summit, which means you don't pay anything to go there. So everything is paid for by the program. Again, it's good to mention that the program, it is for free. So you don't need to pay anything to apply to this program. Now, this is my favorite slide, and I always say that because it is. This slide shows us where are RISE winners today. You remember those who were selected since 2019. Now we have 300 people altogether, and so we have some of them who got accepted into those universities. Others already are pursuing their studies in there. So we have students who are in Yale, in Stanford, in Imperial College in London. We have others, remember earlier I said it's all over the world. So we have others in Rio de Janeiro, in Brazil, IPC, that is a university in New Zealand, MIT, for those of you who are interested in technology, the University of Chicago, Hong Kong, Minerva, Oxford, so many others that are not mentioned here. We just kind of like wanted to give you some from here and there to kind of help you understand that there are no limits to where you can go in the world, okay? So this is going to be the program, and I know I get this question a lot, is that this program, you apply to it now, but you will be able to go to university after your senior year, so after you graduate high school. The idea of this is that most schools in the world, they start their application early on, and so at least you will have enough time to apply to those universities, and by the time you finish high school, it's in the pocket. So this is really interesting. This is kind of like cool stats of where we are today. Since the inception of the creation of the RISE program, we have 300 winners from all over the world. And for the 2023 cohort, we have 100 global winners. Don't let these numbers kind of intimidate you. Don't worry. We do have a lot of people who got selected from the MENA region, Tunisia, Libya, from all of the Middle East basically where the Amethyst operates. So this is why I encourage you to apply, and this is why I also have faith in you that you will be among the 100 global winners, inshallah, for next September. Now, how do you apply? Okay. A quick thing here for those of you who are following me using their phones, or if it's not a laptop, you can just take notes really quickly. For those of you who are using where you can use another tab, you can just type in www.amethyst.org/rise. I'll make sure to keep this, to leave it in the description box right below this video for you and for later reference. This is how you can start your application. It's really nothing complicated. It's just a form that you have to fill in with questions that you need to ask. This is it. So this is the Rise application in total. Okay. So as soon as you enter that website I just gave you, you'll be able to see the explanation of what I was just talking about. And the beauty of it is that you will have the page in English, but also in Arabic. So in case you would like to show this to one of your parents, you'll be able to do so. It is in Arabic, and at the bottom there is the Apply Now button. As soon as you hit the Apply button, you will be able to complete the first step, which is to register. This is the easiest step. It's just insert an email address. If you don't have an email address, you can just create one for the sake of the program and use it to basically complete your application. So for the first step, this is just registration. Second step would be to tell us more about yourself, general information about you, your name, your last name, your phone number, your parents' phone number, just in case you were selected to be among the 500 finalists and a RISE team want to reach you and they were not able to. Basic information about you. How did you hear about this opportunity? For this, there's the mouth to ear drop-down list option that you need to choose, and then you will have the list of the organizations, the partner organizations of RISE. This is where you pick Amethyst, right? And then for the third step, you need to complete a project. It's nothing, I promise you, it's nothing complicated. And I will give you some examples later on of people who have applied to the RISE and they won it with their ideas. The fourth step, which is quizzes and games. Remember earlier we talked about how innovative and fun the application is. At least from the first till the fourth step, you need to finish those before the 17th of January deadline. After the deadline, you will be able to see other applicants' applications, and you are going to rate them, give them a feedback. This is kind of help you build that given a feedback skill. But this is the fifth step, the peer reviews. This is after the 17th. So as you can see, nothing too complicated to finish before the 17th of January. Now, when we say RISE project, what do we mean by that? Easy. The RISE project, it needs to be a project that benefits your community. By benefiting your community, it means either you can benefit one person plus, okay? Let me give you some examples. And the beauty of the transparency, I would say, of the RISE website is that when you enter the RISE website and you are about to do your application, you will find a small tab on the top right corner of the website that has the words winner on it. If you click that, you will be able to see all of the winners from the 3 past years, and under each of their picture is what they did to actually win or to be selected among the 100 global winners. Let me give you an example of what you will be seeing. Here, these are some of the beautiful faces of the people who won last year. So we have someone who created an organization, which is kind of like, and with it, there's a platform that helps students access resources. We have someone else who educated the public on recycling and the effects of plastic waste on the environment. Here, I'm giving you ideas. Now, do not take their ideas and just copy paste it into yours. But I'm hoping that this is going to inspire you to create your own project, kind of give you an idea what kind of projects were selected, okay? And here we have someone else who developed a website to educate teens about the importance of cybersecurity. We have someone who created a podcast He called it Something Unsaid. And the idea of the podcast is to discuss mental health and the mental well-being issues with everyone else. We have another student who founded a foundation, who created a foundation, and this foundation was meant to help disabled youth and underprivileged students. Someone else, so Ahmed here, what he did, he worked on different ways to make blood transfusion accessible to people with a specific blood disorder. So if you see any kind of a problem and you have an idea on how to fix that, I really recommend that you do it. It can be a very simple idea. You can create an application or a website if you are tech savvy, or for example, if you are into creating things like a DIY, created by yourself, you can do that too. What else? It can be a workshop that you hold. It can be raising awareness, a podcast channel. There are a lot of ideas. Like literally the sky is the limit. When it comes to your RISE project, it can be anything at all, as long as you are passionate by it. Okay, so here we have someone who organized a workshop at a refugee camp to educate all those young kids and refugees about sexual health. Ola here, she developed an application to boost the confidence and self-awareness of people who are using it. We have someone who developed a hydroponic system, which means an irrigation system, kind of, that helps old farmers harvest the fruits and vegetables. So many ideas here. I'm not going to tell you about each and every one of them. Again, you can go on the website and check them out. Here we have someone who taught students how to think and act like entrepreneurs, or someone who gave the devices of the internet, devices, and connected people to the internet in rural communities. So many ideas. It can be anything you can do, either individually or you can do it with your friends. So it can be a group application. Now, if you are going to aim for a project that you will be working with a group, each one of you working on that project need to create their own application and their own profile, and they need to talk about their role in the project. Try not to mention you can mention what everyone is doing, but try not to go into details in answering each question about what X, Y, and Z is doing. Always focus on what you're doing. Another thing, always, and this is something to keep in mind, take lots of pictures and lots of videos. Why? Because you will need them. If you don't need them now while doing your application, you might need them later on when you are selected to be among the 500 finalists. So the RISE here, they will ask you for videos of show us how you are working on your project and how was your journey. Basically, you will be sharing your journey. So I want you to be ready when that happens. Take lots of videos and lots of pictures of you going around and working on your project, and the challenges that you faced while working on your project. This will come in handy later on. Now, to finish off my presentation, I would like to give you the 5 RISE traits, and those 5 traits, this is what the RISE selectors take into consideration when they are assessing your application. So brilliance, and here, as I mentioned, I believe that each and every one of you is brilliant their own way, and so I would like you to showcase that brilliance in your application. 2, perseverance. Now, how kind of like the challenges, how did you overcome the challenges that faced you while you were working on your project? As I said, make sure that you mention that while answering the questions. This is very important. I want to see the RISE selectors in this case, they want to see you overcome any kind of challenges that you faced. Be it, maybe it can be a coding problem, or something did not work out well, the website you're working at, or maybe if you wanted to go something more robotics related, then what kind of problem that you faced. We have others, for example, who have created a website that connects both politicians and people together. This is a platform where politicians will be able to answer the questions of the people directly. Another great idea. So just always mention what kind of problem and challenge you faced and how you overcame it. Another thing is that integrity. How honest are you about your project? Empathy. How empathetic are you towards the pain of other people? Is this why you would like to help other people? And why do you like to help them? And calling to serve others. Do you really want to help other people? Do you really want to keep this going for years to come? Or is it just one thing only and one time only? It is very important to kind of keep these traits in mind while completing your application, because this is what the RISE selectors will have in mind while assessing your application. Now, this is it for today. I hope that you were able to kind of like understand the program, what it's about, the process of selection, the timeline, and the benefits, the most important thing. I really like the RISE program. Again, we have 300 global winners. By next year, inshallah, we'll have 400. If you are 15 or 16, you still have next year to apply again if you are not selected this year. And for those of you who are 15, you still have 2 more years to go. Even if you are selected to be among the 500 finalists, you can actually apply again next year. If you have many ideas in here, I am answering lots of questions, kind of like I had, is that if you have many ideas, always pick the one that's going to help most people, that's going to have the most impact in your community. You don't have to think really, really big if you don't have any idea on where to start. The beauty of the program RISE, again, is that on the application, you will find a think sheet. You can download that think sheet, and it's going to help you approach the questions on the application in a great way. So with this, again, thank you so much for being here for this amazing session. And let me know if you have any questions. You can always contact me at dhajjem, so it's DHAJJEM @amethyst.org. Also, I'll leave it in the description box next to this video. Thank you so much, everyone, and see you next time.